Hey guys, Tat here and welcome to another Call of Duty Ghost video for you today. Going to be showing you what I think is the best submachine gun and the best submachine class in Call of Duty Ghost. Now there are quite a few contenders, but to be honest, if you ask me, I think that the assault rifles are the better class overall. So submachine guns probably aren't as good as the assault rifles in my opinion. But then again, if it's the submachine guns that you want, then this is the video for you. There are a few that have been contending for the best submachine gun. For me, it's either the Vector CR, the MTAR-X or the VEPR, but for one reason or another I seem to like the MTAR-X a little bit better than the others. Once equipped with the MTAR-X, I tend to go for the foregrip, and you might be thinking at this point, why go for the foregrip? Because the MTAR-X, especially over like the Vector and other guns like that, it's got a bit more of a range to it. It's got a longer range to it, and it is an SMG at the end of the day, so you're not expecting massive range, but it does tend to just do something for me. As you can see on the screen, it just tends to bring those bullets a little bit closer in, a little bit more accurately, especially at the closer ranges as well as of course the longer ranges. And to me it just makes it feel more accurate. It just feels like I can kill the enemy a little bit quicker, and other than the foregrip, there isn't too many useful attachments that you could put on this weapon, so I put it on, tried it out, and I really do like it. So this attachment is definitely down to you, but to me, as you can see on screen, the bullets tend to be in the smaller concentrated area with the foregrip than without it, so that is why I enjoy using the foregrip on this weapon. The secondary weapon, as with all my classes, I'm not really certain which ones you would like best. I prefer to use the PDW, but of course it is down to you, whichever one you prefer. It doesn't really matter. I just like the PDW because I don't really like the single fire weapons as my secondary. No real other reason other than that. But the lethal and tactical grenades, I tend to go for the lethal. I go for the C4, and for the tactical I will go for the thermobaric, or however you say that. It's actually surprisingly useful if you get to use it. It's definitely worth a go in the multiplayer mode, and yeah, it's just something a little bit different for you. So now moving on into the perks. The perks that I have chosen go as this. So the first one that I've chosen is called Off the Grid. Basically makes you undetectable by the SATCOMs, and there's a lot of SATCOMs at this time in the game because it's one of the default kill streaks and people haven't had time or can't be bothered to change them at the minute. So go and get this perk, and it will get your red dot off the map. The second perk that I've chosen is called Amplify. I've talked about this one before briefly, but it is a really overpowered perk, and it means that if you've got a headset especially, you're going to be able to hear the enemy way before you can see them. So it means that you know that the enemy is coming, you can ready your gun up, you can get ready for them to come around that corner, and you can get that first shot in on them, which is absolutely crucial into killing the people in the 1v1 situations especially. So that is a really useful perk, especially if you've got a headset on. The third perk that I'm going to be talking about is the Blast Shield. This I haven't really used in any of my other classes, but I thought it would be useful in this class because with a submachine gun you tend to rush more. This weapon's not got massive range on it, so you're going to want to be in the kind of short to medium range quarters, you know, in the buildings, in the alleyways and places like that. Of course people like to put things like IMSs down and just throw the quick Semtex over the wall and things like that. So this perk can be really useful, especially with this certain class where you're going to be doing a lot of running kind of behind the enemy lines and in between the enemy. It's going to be pretty useful. So they are just my thoughts on the best submachine gun and the best submachine gun class. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have done, a quick like would be really appreciated. Put any thoughts you've got in the comment section down below. What would you change? What is your favourite submachine gun? Have you got any different favourite submachine guns or anything like that? Put them in the comment section down below. Subscribe for loads more COD Ghost stuff, and I'll see you all in a bit. Ciao.